Back on the balcony. Now I know I've been missing for at least the last 2 Wednesdays. And I was actually supposed to record this video 2 weeks ago. But when I tell y'all life and my body had other plans, there were other plans. But it's okay because I relaxed, I rested, I'm rejuvenated, and I'm back. So welcome to another balcony chat. So Mother's Day weekend just passed, and I actually went home to see my mom and my grandma and my brother and some other family members. This was actually my first long drive. And I say long because it was more than 30 to 45 minutes. It was about 2.5 hours one way. This was my first long drive, and the first time that I've actually been to my hometown since October of 2025. And so I was a little bit nervous for the drive because I haven't done a long drive in a while. The furthest I have driven since surgery has been 40 minutes, and I didn't feel bad. So I was like, okay, well, I know if I make it to 30 minutes and I don't feel good or my neck gets tired, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna call my mom and be like, hey girl, love you. Might not be making it home because 30 minutes was my cutoff. But I told myself if I could make it to an hour, then I knew I could at least get to my mom's house and then rest and relax because it was only about an hour and 20 minutes left on my drive. So I packed up Camilla, I prayed, took my anxiety medicine, and we got on the road. And I will say that was such a fun weekend. First of all, Camilla did amazing in the car. She did not get car sick. She didn't get car sick. She was just looking out the window. Sometimes she was looking at me. She wanted to get in my lap a few times, but I had to let her know that she is now way too big for that. You have to stay in your seat. So yeah, she stayed in her seat. We made the drive. I didn't really feel myself getting too tired, which was good. And then my neck didn't really start getting a little stiff until I hit 2 hour mark, which wasn't terrible at all because I was basically almost there. So it worked. Drove back, it worked. Had a beautiful weekend, so relaxing. We didn't jam pack the weekend with a whole bunch of stuff either. Like we literally just relaxed. I mean, my mom had some things to do. You know, she's a booked and busy woman. So it was nice seeing her back in her element, but also just being able to relax and chill and enjoy some really good downtime, but some much needed family time. Okay. Saw the Michael Jackson movie again. I love that movie. I want to see it again. But we watched the Michael Jackson movie. We ate some good food. My grandma and my dog became friends, which is beyond me because my grandma is terrified of dogs. But they became friends. So we just had a really good time. My mom also spoke at her home slash childhood church for Mother's Day. And since I wasn't going to be able to go to the service, she let me hear it the day before. Y'all, I know my mom is good with words. I know that's what she does. But when I tell you that speech hit me in such a good way, I was tearing up while she was talking. Like she wasn't my mom and I didn't know what she was talking about. But it was just really nice to hear what she was going to be sharing on Mother's Day. So it was really, really fun and exciting. Taking my baby girl on a nice little walk around the old neighborhood. We came to visit her grandma, and my grandma, and my mama for Mother's Day weekend. So we're just gonna take us a nice little stroll around the block. And I actually think I'm going to take her right now to my childhood park that we used to play in sometimes. So really excited, really excited. Want to try again? Look, fetch. Girl, never mind. You and no, no. And then she want to be over here eating grass like it's salad. Woo! Now, if you don't take a nap by the time we get back home today, I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. Camilla, how you feel, girl? Talk to the people. Come on. Oh, we can go this way. Come on. All right. The time has come for us to go home. We came, we saw, we conquered. I got on the swings. She played in the grass. We did almost did a lap around the track. Now, I do appreciate, come on, this way. Now, while I do appreciate that they redid the park and like the little stuff on the ground, they took away the little seesaw thingies. Ah, there used to be like this little, I think it was a duck or some little thing that you sit on and you just rock back and forth, real crazy. But anyway, but they put like this bouncy rubber flooring under like the swings and all the stuff. And I just feel like that's gonna hurt the baby's legs when they're trying to get off the swings. Like, why would y'all do that? But hey, if it works for y'all, it works. Because when I was coming up, come on, girl, we have wood chips on the ground at the park. So if you came up off some swings and fell too hard, you was falling on wood chips. But I feel like that helped us build a lot of resilience. But hey, who am I? Because I hope these kids don't hurt their knees at this park. But we're just going to take a nice little stroll through the rest of our neighborhood and head on back to the house. Now, the reason why it took so long for me to re-record is because it took a week for my back to stop hurting. Yeah. So nobody tells you, and we don't talk about how many muscles it takes to hold your head up properly. I felt every last one of them after that drive. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Like, this was all stiff, right? Then there was pain from like here all the way down my back to the point where the middle of my back felt bruised and I couldn't even sit back in a chair. I couldn't sit back in this chair. I had my lidocaine patches on. Mind you, if you are ever in a little pain or if you have some aches and pains, some muscle spasms, Walgreens brand lidocaine patches with the menthol, is it called menthol? I think I should have went and grabbed a box before I started recording this. I'm gonna insert a picture when I edit it. Y'all need to keep y'all a box of those at the house for some little aches and pains, because when I tell you that is what got me through that week of back pain, whew, but it's okay because we're back and we're better. And like I said, I had a good weekend. Once I build up my muscular endurance to hold my head up for a longer period of time, I'll make that drive again. Until then, where do I sign up to be a permanent passenger princess? Asking for me. And while I'm on the subject of being home and spending time with my mom and my family, when I tell y'all, like, I tell people all the time, my mom is my girl. But I don't think they really realize what I mean when I say that. When I tell you my mama is my girl, the way that lady has my back, the way she showed up for me and supported me and helped me during my surgery and recovery, like, I feel like a big, huge part of the way that I have been able to recover is because of the support that I had and having my mom. Oh, that's a lady right there. I mean, from her natural remedies to the fact that if something needs to be figured out, she's gonna figure it out. Oh, you got an ache and pain? It hurts the latest way? Let's rig something and make it work. Oh, we don't need Camilla to get in your room because we don't want dog hair flying around. We had to protect my incision from infection and all kind of stuff. We'll rig something to keep your door closed. Like, just the way that she showed up. Even her following up with my medicated shenanigans when I was talking crazy about ginger ales and No Child Left Behind and what else? It was something else. Dare. That's what it was, Dare. Just her following me up and allowing me to be loopy in the hospital was, for one, entertaining, enjoying, and it gave me peace. And I don't even think I told her this, but also it really had a lot to do with me getting my confidence back and even elevating it past where it used to be. Is knowing that not only do I have the support of my mom, but like she sees me, she accepts me for who I am, even when I am in the hospital on a bunch of different medications. She believes in me. She gonna get me right when I need to be got right. She's going to be honest with me. But the love that that lady has for her children is unmatched. And after everything that I went through, I have such a deeper and greater appreciation for my mama. And not just my mom, any mom, because I can only imagine having to go through what I went through, but being on my mom's side, like your child has been going through all of these things. You've been there their entire life trying to help them figure out and navigate what they're going through. And then to find out that they're having brain surgery. Like, yes, that was a lot for me to process and digest, but I can only imagine what a parent would have to process and digest, knowing that that is something that your child is about to experience. So, yes, I'm so glad that I have my girl with me and still got her. And honestly, shout out to my ancestors up there too, because listen, Esther Kane was looking out for your girl. Ray Mormon was looking out for your girl. Clementina was looking out for your girl. Yeah. So shout out to all the moms out there who are doing the thing, showing up for their babies, even in ways that we may not see and appreciate in the moment. But please know that it is seen and it is appreciated at some point. I will say something I realized too after taking that trip home, despite learning about all the muscles that it takes to hold my head up, because I'm never going to let that go. I realized that I am now in the joy season of healing. I am past the pain and the stiffness. I've made it through the physical therapy. I've made it through the, honestly, even the emotions, the post-surgery confusion, the post-surgery sadness of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. To now I'm like, oh, this is my joy season. Not only am I finding joy and appreciation in just the everyday things and the small wins, but I am doing things that bring me joy. Y'all, I took myself on a solo date. I went to dinner and then I went to an evening with John Legend. And I have to tell this story this way. So I saw the tickets randomly one day. I don't remember if it was a targeted ad on Instagram or somewhere, but I am very susceptible to targeted ads. Anyway, I said John Legend in concert in the city I live in the Queen City. Sign me up. So I looked at the tickets. There was the front row. There were 3 seats available, and then there was a singular seat available. Please know I brought that singular front row seat. And I said, I'm going to see John. John is going to see me back. Okay? And he did. We'll get to that part. John Legend saw me back. So I am at the venue. We're standing in line waiting to go into the different doors of the theater so that we can get to our seats. And so there is a couple standing behind me, and the husband goes, oh, are you here by yourself? And I was like, yes, I am. He goes, you mean to tell me a beautiful woman like you didn't have anybody to come with her? And I said, well, I actually chose to come alone on purpose. And he was like, oh, really? Yes, sir. Yes, really. I planned this to come on my own. This is my solo date Sunday. Took myself to dinner and all. So he then introduces me to his wife. He tells me his name. And then they start talking to me about their daughter, how they wish, she was more independent and willing to do things like that by herself. And I was like, well, in her defense, she is kind of young. I think they said she was like 25, 26. I was like, well, I'm almost 32. So I've had time to build up to this. And without spilling my whole brain surgery story, I told them, I also just have a new sense of confidence. And this is helping me continue to build that. Because I got cute, dressed up, did my makeup, ate down, and showed up by myself. Confidence was here. So we get to the ushers. They finally open the doors. We show them our tickets so they can let us know where our seats are. And the ushers go, ooh, first row. Go up to your seat. Your seat number is here. I was like, thank you. Y'all, why the man from the line was like, oh, well, you enjoy yourself in first class, Lord. You enjoy yourself on the front row? I said, oh, I will. Thank you so much. Guess where him and his wife were sitting? At the back. But you wanted me to wait for somebody or find somebody to bring me to the concert? No, sir. And for me, one, it brought me so much joy because I felt comfortable. I told y'all about my Met Gala experience. I felt really comfortable going by myself. It was fun. Still had a little bit of nerves, but once I conquered that, I knew that this was going to be a piece of cake. I also love music so much until even if I am at a concert with someone, I'm 9 times out of 10 locked in on the music playing. But it was so amazing. If you have never seen John Legend live, I need you to see it before he stops touring. I don't know when he plans on stopping touring. I don't know when he plans to stop touring, but I think everybody needs to see him at least once. When I tell you, it was John Legend, the piano, and me. He said the tickets were sold out. It was a bunch of people in that room. I couldn't focus on nothing but the amazing and miraculous music and just the stories he was telling and the words that were being given to us in the audience. And at one point, he was telling the story about how he really was finding his purpose in music, and he knew that that was his avenue. That's what he wanted to do. And he was looking me dead in my eyes, and I was looking back, and I said, John, I don't know what message you're sending me, but I'm catching it. We're here. So John Legend told me that I need to move in my purpose. So that's what I'm going to do. And more than anything, even eating dinner alone showed me how much I truly enjoy my own company. Going to the concert, I had a blast. I was mesmerized, truly mesmerized. If I would have went to that concert with any human, I would not have known that they were there because I was truly mesmerized by the music, the musicality, the genius that was coming off of that stage. Okay? But when I got in the car and I came home, I was on such a high. Like, I just felt amazing. And I continue to be proud of myself because little me, 7, 8, 9, 10, honestly, all the way up to probably, 25-year-old me would be so proud of this woman sitting in this chair on this balcony right now. Did I think having brain surgery, finding out I had Chiari malformation was going to be what I needed to catapult me into this phase of womanhood? No. Did I know that that was going to be on the other side of my healing? No. But I was hopeful. I did my best to remain positive. I'm still hopeful. I'm still remaining positive. And being able to do these things, feel confident in myself while doing these things, and I'm going to tell it again, just the compliments that I'm able to get from people when I'm out, it shows that I'm radiating the energy that I feel and that I want to give. Because I went to the restroom at the concert too, and the ushers who originally told me how to get to my seat, when I came back, they were like, we just had to tell you that you are so beautiful and you are just carrying yourself with so much grace. Mind you, all these ladies did was see me standing in line. I showed them my ticket, I spoke to them, and then I walked in. Someone else stopped me when I was walking by to tell me, that I was beautiful. And it felt good. Because for one, I grew up with people like, oh, you're such a pretty girl. Oh, you're so beautiful. And for me, I wanted to be known for more than how I looked. Like, okay, thanks, but I'm smart, I'm creative, I could do things. And in a sense, I think that caused me to shy away from just embracing the fact that I am beautiful and I'm a pretty girl. It's also my anniversary, so I'm a pretty girl times 2. And I just felt like I was working so hard to not be noticed physically that I really contributed to a lot of the shyness and anxiety that I was experiencing. But now I'm embracing it. But I'm embracing it with grace and gratitude because I know what I've been through and I know what I felt like. And now I want people to see that I feel grateful, that I feel beautiful, that I feel love. And I just want to radiate that to anybody that I come in contact with. And being able to do that, especially in person and by myself, you go, girl, we're proud. So while I am still healing and I'm still learning my limits, I am learning to enjoy the process a lot more while I'm in it. And I'm learning to reflect more on events and things that I'm doing and seeing how I feel, what more can I do, what's too much. And also knowing that I can enjoy myself, I can have a good time, and still need to rest. It's okay. I was actually telling some of my friends, like, all right, I know it's summertime and it's warm. It's hot. It's warm and we want to hang out. I can give y'all one event every week and a half, but I at least need, whoa, bugs. I can give y'all one event every week and a half or so, but I need some rest time in between. But I am learning nonetheless to enjoy my life. They say YOLO. I feel like low key I might have got a second chance. So I'm gonna live this one to the best of my abilities. And I'm gonna live it as fully as possible while also doing what? Taking care of myself and listening to my body, paying attention to how I feel, and not trying to do too much, but also not missing out on opportunities because I'm scared. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all for being here with me, allowing me to ramble on this balcony, allowing me to share all the good, the bad, and some of the ugly of healing, but the good for the most part. So, thanks for being here, and I'll see y'all on the balcony next time.